Hello, Smarty the Realtor back at you in a three-part series. In this session, I'm going to cover how to create an instant form ad using Ad Manager in Facebook. That instant form we covered in part one, where I showed the magic of creating an instant form tied to the chatbot, what most people aren't doing. The reason I do that is I open a private channel communication with everybody that engages with my ad. If you just send them to a website, you've lost that opportunity. So if you haven't seen that video, it'll be up here. Go ahead and watch that first of creating the form and then come back and watch how we create the ad. And as I said, this is a three-part series. The next video on the channel will be how to create a zap from your instant form over to your CRM. So when those leads come in, we want to seamlessly send it over to the CRM so we can nurture campaigns for those buyers and sellers to bring them in as clients. So let's hop over to Facebook and I'll show you how easy it is to create the instant form campaign. Okay, for this advertising, we're going to use Facebook's Ad Manager. If you're not familiar with how to get there, you need to have the Business Manager suite set up. It's very easy to set up. So you start from your business page, and on the left-hand side, there's a See All, and then you want to look for the Business Suite right here, the Meta Business Suite. When this opens up, there's an All Tools menu option. And when you're in this menu option, down below, you'll see Advertising. Earlier in the video, we did the instant form. We created the instant form and attached it to the chatbot. I have other videos on the channel, how to build custom audiences. We have Event Manager. I have videos on the channel, how to put pixels on your website. What we're going to be using is Ad Manager right here to create that ad. So you'll access the Ad Manager. And from the Ad Manager, it'll show you first a report of all your activities of your ad. So these are all my active ads right now. I have 26,000 people on my new construction ad going on, and I have a listing in North Wales, in a suburb of Philadelphia. 29,000 people have engaged with this ad. So I'm going to be selling this house shortly. Now, to create an ad, there's a big button here called Create. So when you hit Create, Facebook gives you lots of campaign types. What we're going to be using in this example is what's called a lead form. So we're going to use the instant form strategy here in Facebook. I'm going to hit continue. Now, when we continue, let me explain what you're seeing here. So I always refer to this as a tree. At the very top in the blue here, this is what we call the campaign. You're going to give the campaign a name. So I'm going to call it the ProEdge Dream Home campaign. So this will be my campaign name. I run lots of ads and stuff in Facebook. Now at the campaign level, it's very important that you do the special ad category. So I'm going to pick housing as my category. As I come down here, you could do A/B tests. You could do advanced campaign budgeting. I don't tend to turn these on. I'm going to do my own A/B tests. And on the advanced budgeting, I don't do the budget at the campaign level because I may have different ad sets where I want to do budgets in different parts of the city or maybe suburbs where I'm doing the advertising. So I'll set the budget lower on. And then once you're done that, you're going to hit next. Now you'll see on the left-hand side, it's we did the dream home. Now we're at what's called the ad set. The ad set's purpose is it's going to identify what is the conversion, or we send them into a form, a website, messenger. You'll identify the conversion. You'll also identify the budget. You'll identify the time period of the ad, and you'll identify where is the ad going to be shown inside of Facebook land. So Meta owns Instagram and Facebook and Marketplace, and you can place where these ads are shown. So in this case, I'm going to do it as an open geo. I'll call it an open geo Philly and I'll do plus 50. So I'm going to do a big wide, I'll spell Philly right, a big wide net around Philadelphia. So that way I'll catch lots and lots of buyers. Now down here in the conversion, it's automatically highlighting instant form, and that's what you want to make sure it's on. If it was on one of the other ones, make sure you hit instant form because that's what we're going to be using in here in the system. And over here, you can do instant form with Messenger. So you could identify it's instant form with Messenger or just send them in. So there's different forms you could use. In this case, I'm going to do instant form with Messenger. I'm going to pick the business page that I'm doing the ad for. So in Smart Enterprises, here, I can go out and pick I have 9 different pages. I can pick which page I want to do the ad for. So I'll go out and pick my different personal pages. So in this case, let me grab Smarty the Realtor. I'll come down here. There he is right there. So that'll be the page that I'm going to use for this ad. So over here I have Instant Formal Messenger. Down here I have the budget. And then down here I'm going to set, how much am I going to spend for this ad? So what I suggest for people is there's 2 different options. You can do what's called a lifetime budget, where you just set an overall budget. You also have a daily budget. So I use lifetimes for things like listings and open houses, because this ad is going to run only on a definitive time. I may want to allocate certain money for advertising the home that I've listed. So I'll use a lifetime budget and allocate how much I want to spend, and then put a date range. If it's a lead generation type ad, I always use a daily budget. So I just want to spend per day. And if this ad is a winner and I'm getting tons and tons of business from this ad, I've had ads running in my ad account for years and never had to change that ad, because it's constantly bringing lead flow into my business. But you also have to pay attention, because if the ad isn't running down here, like what I'll do is I won't set an end date. I'll just say starting on the 4th of May, I go in and maybe I'll start at like 3 p.m. or whatever. So I'll do, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Friday at 12 a.m. So at midnight tonight is when I'm going to have this ad launch. Now in here you could start $3 a day, $2 a day, $5 a day. Don't worry over here. Facebook's always going to give you these messages that says, hey, you're not going to get any leads with $3 a day. They just want you to spend more money. But over here you'll see this little thing that says 0 leads. Pay no attention to that. That's just their way to say, hey, amp up your game, give us more money for advertising. So don't worry about that. Now, in the ad, when you're setting this up, you're going to have the budget. So I'll do $3 a day. I'll keep it simple. Over here, I'm now going to identify who is the audience that's going to see this ad. Now, you have a couple options. For retargeting, you can go in and create custom audiences. So I have all kinds of custom audiences here. So especially when I'm doing seller ads, I may farm a neighborhood and then have a custom audience of all that neighborhood. And I just want the ad to be shown to the neighborhood. But for the dream home, I'm just going to have an open geo ad, because I want anyone that's looking for a home to see my ad. So as I come down here, by default, it always shows United States. You want to exit out of United States, because we're going to be identifying to Facebook where do we want this ad to be shown. Now, you could start by typing in a city. So I'm going to do North Wales, which is a suburb. I used to live out in the North Wales area, and it'll find it here and zoom into that part of the region. Now, as I zoom in or out, you'll see that Philadelphia is down here, and I also cover these other larger rings. What I can do is in Facebook, I have the ability to, the minimum radius is 15 miles, but I could also go out 50 miles in there. So that's going to take me all the way up to close to Newark, New Jersey, and down into southern Jersey. I don't want to go that far because I'm not licensed in those states. So I'm going to go in and just say this is the area that I want to cover over here. Now, the other option you have is you could also drop a pin, and this is the river right here. This is the Delaware River, and on this side is all New Jersey. So I'd be getting people in Jersey responding to my ads, and also up here in Lambertville. So what you can do is you could drop a pin and just place the pin somewhere on the map, and then I'd get rid of this guy and then play around with the mileage. So I'm going to go in and say 25 miles maybe. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm going to get it so I'm still not in Philly, so I'll probably do a little bit further out, maybe 28 miles. And let's see, now I'm getting into Center City, Philly, right along the river. But I'm covering basically the patch of people that I want to see this ad. Now over here, it's telling me how many people are in that circle. So we have 3.7 million to 4.4 million people in that circle. And for $3 a day, Facebook's going to show this ad to 680 to 2,000 people per day. That's not bad for a $3 a day budget. A lot of people are going to see my ad. So I'd let this rip and run all year long and start getting leads if it's working for me. So we now have identified the geo. Now you could also do further demographics. Now this is something that you may want to do to get more interest in your ads. You could let Facebook decide who to show it to, but you may have all these people that are renting. You may have people that are just bought a house seeing your ad. They're not interested in the dream home. So what you can do is you can put other targeted metrics to let it further reduce the audience that's going to see your ad. So what I'd like to do is type in the word real estate, and then I'll say suggestions. So if you look over here, there's all different demographics that Facebook knows about people on their platform. So what would somebody be doing if they're interested for a house? They're probably on Zillow. So I'll pick Zillow and Trulio as two different sites that they may be shopping in. And on the right-hand side, you'll see that the target audience is getting reduced now to 1.9 to 2.2 million people. I can go over here and hit suggestions. You'll see people that are first-time buyers, people that are looking at mortgage calculators, people that are getting pre-approved. So as I come down here, there's all different options I can use here. Find a couple that work for you. So as I come in here, I may want to also pick people that are renting right now to find their dream home. And now I'm getting a pretty nice audience to show the ad. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to identify the placement for the ad. Now in the placement, Facebook recommends the placement because Meta owns all these other places like Instagram Marketplace and such. You could have them decide where to place the ad, or you could be very specific of where you place it through a manual placement. So that's what I like to do, is I'd like to have better control. Now, I know that I'm not going to be doing a video, so I'm going to turn off Reels and Stories because this particular ad is going to be a still image that I'm going to show people. So I don't want to do it in the video feed in Facebook either because it's not a video, but I'm going to put it in the Trusty 3. So that's going to show it on the Facebook feeds, the Instagram feeds, and the Marketplace. They're my three favorite areas. Now, you could also keep it on Business Explorer and Instagram Explorer. That's up to you. Down below, there's other video sections, search results, and then apps and sites. So on the apps and sites, you could leave that on if you want. This will go to other external partners of Facebook. But again, you don't want these videos. You could turn them off. So now I've identified where I want this ad to be shown through the ad set. So the ad set, again, has defined the budget, the location, the time, all that on this page. Then I'm going to hit next, and this is where we create the actual ad copy. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say my dream home image. I'll identify what this ad is. So I'm going to be using an image ad for this. I'm going to come down and I'm going to make sure that I identify the accounts that I want it on. So I'll put it on my from Smarty the Realtor Instagram page. I have a couple Instagram accounts. That's what you're seeing here. And then I'm coming down here and I'm going to identify the ad itself. So in the ad, you could do single images, you could do videos or carousels. So I'm going to just do a simple ad with a simple image. In the media, I'm going to say add image. So I hit upload and this will go out to my desk. And on my desktop, I have the dream home ad that I'm going to be using. So I'll go ahead and upload that from my desktop. So as it comes up, it's loading that image in here, and then I'll hit next. Now Facebook, it's recommending this is the size. I use Canva for a lot of my advertising images. So on the Canva system, we used a square Facebook post size. So this is actually recommended. It's 1-to-1 for Facebook. And then I'll hit done. And now you'll see the ad coming in. So this is what the ad's going to look like on the news feeds when it's coming in. And then it shows you over here the other feeds, Instagram, Marketplace, what these ads will look like. So now we have the ad image. Now we're going to work on using the text for the call to action. So this is where I use ChatGPT. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT. So let me head over there and I'll show you what I did. So on ChatGPT, I put a little prompt that said, create a Facebook ad copy for Smarty the Realtor's Dream Home Finder. Keep it short. Highlight list of new construction homes, homes on a golf course, homes on a master first floor bedroom, and homes in the city, and homes with land. And look at the copy it made for me. It made some nice copy that I can copy and paste right here. It said create, I don't want to do the first one. I'm going to take it right from here. So it even has the emojis. And then I can come over to Facebook and I'm going to paste it right here. So I now have the copy for my ad. So in the ad, it'll say, discover your dream home with Smarty the Realtor. and then you'll see new construction homes and so forth. Now, instead of urban living over here, I'm going to put in my list of homes, I'm also doing 55 plus communities. So we'll do 55 plus communities as the other list that I'm going to use, and spacious homes with land. Find your perfect match today. Now in here, you may, based on your state, you may need to put in your name. So I'll do Smarty, and I always do it with my full name in parentheses. So Smarty, John Smart. I'll do EXP Realty. And I may put my phone number or what have you. So you could put your details in the bottom in your ad. Now you're going to have a headline. Now the headline is what shows underneath the image, which is going to direct them to this button. So I'm going to say, find your dream home today. Now, what I could do is, let me hop back over to ChatGPT. I could say, write a headline for the ad above. So let's see if it comes up with a headline. So in here, it's generating the headline, and over here, it's getting in. Oh, actually, it's putting in way too much words here. So I could say, create a 5-word headline for the ad above. So I'll just say 5 words. So over here, we have a little bit more detail. So find your dream home today. That's actually what I put in. So it didn't really give me much area. So that's what you could do. You could use ChatGPT. Now, of course, you may want to put a finger in there, pointing to a finger. You could do anything you want here. So I can copy that house and put it right here. So I have a house on the system. So that's what the ad looks like. Now, finally, I'd like to change the call to action to learn more. So learn more will be the action that I'm going to put, and we are almost done. So description will show up underneath the call to action, the headline, if you have it. I'll say explore new homes today, right? So now I have a little description. Now most places that description will not show. But now we come down here and we have the instant form. So in the instant form, I can create a brand new form here when I'm creating the ad. But if you look at the video from last week here on the channel, I showed creating the Dream Home Form 2, which is a form that has a connection to the ChatBot. So it's going to send them into the ChatBot when we're done. So I'm going to use that particular form. And then finally, I want to make sure that I have my pixels set for offline activities. So I use my offline pixel. So when they get up to the website, I can do website events and make sure that when they get to the website, we're also tracking their destination up there. But now what you're seeing is, this is the form that pops up. So from yesterday or from last week, I showed how to create this form, find your dream home. When they click on the ad, I have a couple buttons to ask what's your time frame for buying. Then over here, I get contact information about the person. And then I have a privacy policy, and this is where I'm going to DM them the list of homes, and they hit access and open up the chatbot. And that is it. So now I have a beautiful ad that I'm going to launch, and all I have to do is hit publish, and then Facebook is going to publish this ad, and in a couple hours it'll get approved. And now we'll watch this ad take effect for $3 a day. I'm going to be promoting around Philadelphia my Dream Home Finder, and that Dream Home Finder is going to show these great list of homes using my bot sheet. If you haven't seen bot sheet yet, check out the channel videos here. I created a Dream Home bot sheet as part of my ProEdge chatbot package. So check it out. If you have any questions, put some comments below. I'm always here to answer your questions. I hope this was helpful. In the next video, I'm going to now take a zap from this Dream Home form that collected data, and I'm going to show you how to zap it over to your CRM. In my case, it's KV Core, so I'll show you that connection. So if you haven't already, subscribe and smash that bell so you get notified. Enjoy.